It's a special pre-Thanksgiving Day, you name it, podcast special. Special. It's special.
Hola, Jerry.
They're always special. Hey, Davin, how are you? It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, a couple hours ago. Less than that, even.
Not even. We work together, people. So this should be really fresh now that we spent the whole day together.
Yep, and this is the first day of Michigan's lockdown. Lock them back down.
Yes. I don't know what's going on in your states, wherever you're at, but in Michigan, we are now locked back down. And it's not the same as it was before. Before, it was an executive order from the governor, right? One of those things, emergency powers deal.
Yep.
This time, because they went to court and told her she couldn't do that anymore, she did the loophole and decided to do it through the medical community. So the doctors said we're issuing an emergency medical thing. And there we are. Now, no more eating in a restaurant.
Right. What other rules?
No more bowling. Sorry, Ryan Wilson.
Oh, and they just reopened that and movie theaters, and now those are
Yeah,
closed.
movie theaters. What else was there? I don't have it in front of me, but it's the same thing that happened to everybody back in March.
Hair
probably.
salons are open, Jerry. I did find that out.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
Well, how would I know? I'm bald.
We're bald. We're both bald. But you bring up a big topic, the loophole. She found a loophole to make this rule, even though people are fighting it. People are finding loopholes to get around the laws, Jerry.
That's right. During the COVID pandemic, everybody gets all crazy because they can't do the things that they used to do.
Right.
And Davin has one about how people were getting around not being able to go sit in a bar.
Oh, yeah. So one of the places I frequent, they are allowed to do, it's carry out only. You're not allowed to sit in the bar. But if you order carry out, they will let you wait inside and serve you a beer while you're waiting for your carry out.
Oh, boy.
So how is
One
that,
beer.
How is that not? Well, you just keep ordering food.
Yeah. Well, you could probably.
I'll
Maybe
take
you
a
could
20-piece
order,
wings one at a time.
Yeah. Exactly. I need one more wing. Please make that a 45-minute preparation. And in the meantime, I'll have a whole bunch of shots of Jameson.
Do you hear about those? Speaking of Jameson, do you hear about those guys in Ireland to get around?
The guys in Ireland.
Yeah, there's a group of 4 friends in Ireland, and I guess their restrictions are super, super locked down, like nothing is open.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to go get a pint, because Irish people like to drink.
They do. Well, that's a stereotype. We can't say they all like to drink.
Well, yeah.
Come on, Davin. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. This is where we should play this. You ready?
Yep.
Racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
So
their loophole, I don't know where they bought the ticket to, but they bought super cheap. It was $9.99, I guess is the Irish money or whatever. So it's like the equivalent of like $18 or something a ticket. Bars inside of the airport were open. They never got on their plane. They just sat in the airport bar and just got wasted.
That's hilarious. I know how to do it. Well, and the prices in the airport probably are sky high, but maybe they're. I'm sick of not being in the bar, so if they're sitting there well past when their flight was supposed to leave. That's actually pretty funny that somebody would go to those lengths, like they're going to go through
security,
the security and everything.
Yep.
To go in and spend twice as much per beer just so you can sit there with your friends and have drinks.
Yep. And I think
what happened? How do we know about this? Did they get caught?
They posted it.
Well, they posted it. Did they get in trouble in any way?
Yeah, the Irish government's saying that, it's not recommended and people caught doing it, blah, blah, blah. They're going to crack down on it now.
But those guys, they couldn't get cracked down on because they didn't get caught during it. You can't then go back on it and say, you're screwed because you broke the rules.
People were
Even though they
commenting
obviously
how
knew
creative they
weren't
were about stuff, but there's always creative ways around certain rules.
Yeah. There are.
Do you have any?
One of the things do you have more of those?
No, but I'll come up with some. If you have any.
No, but how fast? Now?
Yeah, right now.
Because if it's not right now, it doesn't make a fucking difference.
Yep.
There's something that pissed me off today, which is not really loophole related, but it is it's just scammy. You ever see, you know how when you're driving down the street and you see the gas station, it'll say, this price is cash, this price is credit.
Yes.
So there's two different prices. They're going to charge you more to use your debit or credit card, right?
Correct.
It is debit or credit card, too, as far as I know.
Yep. It's because they get charged a credit fee or whatever the hell it is, and they're trying to pass it on to the customer.
Yeah, exactly. But this is really underhanded. I saw a gas station on my drive, and it said, debit, same as cash. But there were two different prices on the sign for gas.
Okay.
So what the fuck do they mean? Do they mean that what they mean is if you're going to go buy some smokes or something, your debit is the same as cash? They're just lying to you. Because if they have two different prices on that fucking sign,
Right.
that means they're going to charge you the debit price. And they're using a big giant sign that says debit, same as cash, when they're referring to what it always is. There's never been this candy bar is different price for debit. You know what I mean? So they're waiting for some stupids to come in there, and they're going to gouge them for an extra 4 cents a gallon or whatever it is.
Well, that's like the weirdness of like the Kroger gas rewards thing. When you go to use those up, the pump price doesn't change. The gallons you pump doesn't change.
Yeah.
You give them the full amount, and then it gets returned to your card.
Ooh, that's not the way it used to be.
That's
For Kroger. I don't know if you're using it. Are you talking about Kroger?
well, I haven't done Kroger in a while, but I know Speedway is like that.
So let's get to that. First of all, the Kroger one that I have done with my grocery points, and you get cash off. I actually got the cost of a gallon of gas down to like 73 cents one time because we did so much grocery shopping. And it did. It changed the whole thing and only charged you what that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it changed it on the screen while you were doing it. Speedway, they didn't do a card system when I did that. It's been a long time for me, but you'd get like 10 cents off for a special promotion. It would reflect that when I pumped it.
Oh, see, no. If you use your Speedway card to get the points, it
Are you talking about a credit card?
Yeah. No,
okay.
The Speedy points on top of that. It doesn't reflect it on the screen of the pump. It's stupid.
That's weird. So it goes onto your Speedy credit card?
Well, no, you get your 3-cent discount from using your Speedy card, but then it refunds you the additional, say, 7 cents a gallon if I was shopped at Hollywood and used that. It's weird. It's just fucking convoluted.
I don't get any of that.
You say I want 10 gallons of gas. They give you 10 gallons of gas. It charges you the full rate and then refunds you the 8 cents a gallon or whatever your saving coupon thing was. It's weird. It's
refunds it to what?
To your charge card. Like if you're putting it on a debit card or.
Yeah, I don't. That's dumb.
I know.
If they're doing that, that's dumb, Davin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of two in an airport and drink.
I thought of two more loopholes.
Ooh, what do you got? More loopholes.
Have you heard the Canada one? You know how we're in just outside of Detroit, the only place you can drive south to get to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And there's travel restrictions in Canada. You can't go to Canada unless you're an essential worker.
Or there are all kinds of rules.
Right.
Or if you have dual citizenship, probably.
So, some people that have owned property in Canada that I know have been going to their vacation cabin. And I'm like, how the hell do you go to Canada to your cabin?
Yeah.
You just say you're driving to Alaska.
So that's the loophole.
They have to let you through.
No way.
Yep.
I'm just driving to Alaska. Liars.
Then how come it only took you a day? No, but that's for like obviously long hunting weekends and stuff like that.
Yeah, you probably couldn't get away with that, going to your cabin every 2 weekends or something like that.
Right.
How often do you drive to Alaska, sir? Yes, because you can go to Alaska. I didn't know this, but that Gold Rush show,
Uh-huh.
that's most of that shit is in Canada. And I found out, I always thought it was in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the show name, wasn't it Gold Rush Alaska?
Yeah. Or Bering
No,
Straits
this
gold.
whole season
or...
is all about these guys doing the essential worker thing to get up to their gold mines. That's weird. I always thought, and they're in Canada. I always thought it was Alaska. Maybe that's part of the Yukon.
Yep.
You remember Yukon, don't you, Davin?
I do.
Yes, you remember Yukon Jack because it was 100 proof, and you probably drank it naked in high school in the backseat of a car.
Moose horn. Moosehead beer was another big Canadian thing, but Canadian Club comes from Canada. I'm just rattling off Canada stuff.
Completely ignored the fact that you were naked and drunk in the back of a car for some reason.
Because it probably happened.
That's what I was waiting for. I wanted you to tell me, how the fuck did you know? Of course.
It always happens.
Yeah, you and Paul from the Wonder Years, your friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we used to have some really raunchy Canada. Well, you can drink in Canada when you're 19.
Yeah, I always felt like I'm sure you're right about that, but I always felt like when we were younger in the 80s that it was 18. But I think you're right. Even then it was 19.
We used to always go
which is a
across the
strange
border.
thing, you know? Like, why isn't it 18? What the hell?
Yep, and strip clubs and all that. And we would go to the California Musical Roadhouse in Windsor.
Yeah, I think I remember that too. Did they call it like, would they say, I'm going to California's?
Yep.
That's what I thought. You couldn't get much farther from California than Ontario.
Exactly.
So, it in no way resembled anything that was California-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. It was a shitty bar in Windsor with a bunch of people too young to be in a bar.
Yep.
It was like training wheels for bars.
It was. My buddy Joel got banned from Canada.
Yeah.
He was coming back drunk, obviously. We were having fun. He passed in the tunnel. Evidently, that's a thing. They have the signs that say no passing in the tunnel. But there was a little bit of a backup, and he passed in the tunnel, and a tunnel bus reported him.
A tunnel bus?
Yeah. One of the buses that run back and forth from the U.S. to
They
Canada.
have those?
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't know.
So
I guess that's in case you need to walk to Canada, but there's a river in the way, so you get to take a bus under the river.
yes.
It's weird.
Everything
I
about
bet that's
Canada
what it is,
weird.
too. They're so nice over there. We have Canadian listeners. Hello to our friends in Canada.
It's all
Thanks
a
for
little
listening.
different over there.
I don't seem to hear a whole bunch of shit about how bad COVID is in Canada like it is here. I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
Maybe they can enlighten us. Canadian listeners, please let us know how it's going COVID-wise in Canada.
Yeah, because it seems really bad here right now, but there's not an election going on in Canada or anything like that, so maybe we just don't hear a lot about it.
Yeah, maybe shit's not that bad over there, right?
Exactly. Maybe they're like, we don't have it. We don't want you people bringing it here.
Oh, I know they have it. That's for sure. I just don't know if it's doing that whole thing it's doing here where it's spiking up like crazy.
Well, it's like the Canadian forest or the California forest fires and all that when that was going on. Canada has tons of fucking forests. They didn't have an issue.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you say that? Did you say that on the show?
Yeah, because they have forestry management that actually cuts down brush and makes it so fires can't cross over roads because the roads are maintained.
That is a great argument, too.
Yep.
Where everybody was all like saying, it's not our fault. Well, then why isn't it happening in Canada?
Right. Because
they're doing something we're not, and it's keeping that shit from happening. So, yes, it is your fault, whoever's in charge of that.
So we say if a tree falls or, does anyone hear it? They say a tree falls, let's cut it up,
Oh, yeah. They just go all around those stupid analogies that make no sense to the conversation.
Right. Fuck you, Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry. I want to tell everybody, I got to give you, we have the big holiday week coming up.
Yep.
Now, Davin and I will be on vacation.
Yes.
Most likely you will not hear a new show on Thanksgiving week because he's going to Florida and I am going to vacation with my family.
I will have
in a staycation in my house.
Mafia Thanksgiving stories for you, Jerry.
That'll be great, too. And then everybody should listen in to find out what the fuck Mafia Thanksgiving is.
Yep.
So, in fact, you probably have heard that before. A lot of listeners have probably heard that before in previous Thanksgivings because it's something that would happen. You don't have to tell them now. It's a teaser.
Exactly. We'll talk about it.
Listen in
on the next episode.
The next real episode. I should do a Thanksgiving replay. Nah, people get confused and go, what the fuck are they talking about?
It's going to be nice.
It seems like this shit happened 2 years ago.
It's going to be so nice having a vacation. I haven't had a vacation forever. Because I travel all the time anyway. So,
well, it's not a vacation. It's work when you're doing that.
That's true.
It doesn't feel like a vacation. I did that job for years. It never felt like a vacation. It just felt like a better place to be working. Mm-hmm. So, instead of going to the same building every single day like we're doing now.
Mm-hmm. I should tell the listeners about that. Well, this is kind of a loophole. The fucking parking bullshit at work.
That was not a loophole. That was you getting screwed by technology.
Well, okay, guys.
Our parking lot at work, everybody, is debit or credit card only. They don't have attendants. They have machines that let you in.
Yep.
And Davin had some fun with one last week.
Yeah, I pulled in, and there's two entrances on two different roads. One north and one south. So I go in the north entrance, and I swipe my company credit card because we're putting it as a company expense. And the machine goes into reboot mode. The gate doesn't open, nothing. So I'm like, well, fuck this. So I back out and I pull to the other entrance. I go to use the company credit card and it says already in use.
Nice.
So this is a lot that only charges $10 a day, but overnight parking is $25. And
you can see where this is going, people.
Yep, this is on a Friday. So I'm not returning to work until Monday. So I check into the lot using my personal credit card, and then when I'm exiting, I use swipe my personal credit card, and it says, do you want to pay with this card? I say no, and then I put in the company credit card, and it takes it. So I think, okay, well, maybe everything is good.
Yeah.
Only to find out.
Chance, dummy.
Monday, go to swipe the business credit card. Already in use. So now it's like, well, how do I get out of this? They think I have two cars parked in this lot now. So
yeah.
It was weird that they had a video help. Didn't you find that odd?
I think that is kind of strange, but I can imagine before you decided that you were going to do the video help, I can imagine that you were doing this.
Right. And then you got to try to explain it to them. So I'm at the exit lane. There's three cars behind me getting ready to get out. And I swipe my business card. I've already swiped my personal card to get in the lot. And I want to swipe my business card and see what the hell is going on. And it says I owe $85. So
That's right.
The 3 overnights was $75 and the full day for that Friday. I'm like...
But, you should be happy because debit's the same as cash.
Yeah, that's true. You get a discount. So I hit the little help button.
It does suck because the shit you have to do to fix it. Is it even fixed yet?
It's fixed, finally. So I hit the help button and a little lady pops up and you can see her headset. And she's got this weird backdrop. You know damn well she's in her family room. Because everyone's working from home. And what a shitty job to take care of fucking parking lot problems on a live video stream,
At least it's a job. I bet you it's highly paid, too.
Anyway, she took down my information and ended up, she's like, well, I'll just pop the gate open for you because I said I can't get the $85 off the screen. And she goes, well, is anyone behind you? I'm like, no. She goes, back up.
Cheat.
Back up. So I backed up. She goes, pull back forward again after you back up. And I pulled back forward. She goes, now swipe your personal card. And it was $10 to park. I go, well, what about the $85? Because she originally wanted me to, she was going to open the gate and let me out. And then I would have had my personal card going and this other card. And I was trying to explain this all to her.
Double trouble.
Well, someone will call you. No one ever fucking called. The next day I came in and my business card worked again. So they just evidently wiped it off the map. So that's a good thing. They probably looked and saw that I've been parking there for 3 months, you know?
Well, they didn't want to lose the business.
They probably own like Bill said, they probably own every parking lot in the area, so they could fuck you if they wanted to. Oh, go ahead and park somewhere else. We own all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you try and find somewhere else to park, mister. You'd be parking on the street.
Oh, yeah. What a nightmare
Hey,
that would
there's
be.
something we hadn't talked about. Holy shit, why is there so much noise going on? Did you hear that at my house?
Yeah, what's going on? Someone knocking?
Banging on something. And someone's getting yelled at.
Yeah.
You know I'm doing a show. You can't bang on shit. What the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, something happened. This is probably more than a month ago where Davin brought in a microwave to our workplace.
Well, yeah, we needed one.
Stop it!
Alexa, shoot my wife.
Right. I should make her talk to the rest of the house, do one of those house announcements. Why do you got to be banging on? Someone's probably up there with ice trays, smacking them on the table or something. Anyway, so he brought in a microwave, and I'm waiting for another one. And I realized quickly that nobody had ever heard of the microwave power buttons.
Yes. Oh, it's brilliant. Fucking
I don't think we've talked about
changer.
this at all. Yeah. Most people, I believe, when they use a microwave are just hitting the 1 minute cook, 2 minute cook, and everything's cooking on high.
Yep.
And that's not the way that you're supposed to use these, everyone. These are things you didn't know. Wait, is this a thing that makes things better?
Yes. I think
Okay,
it
things
is.
that make things better.
The microwave power button.
If you use the power button, it actually cooks things way better. For instance, how you do it is if you have like what were you cooking? Like mac and cheese or something.
Well, no, I did my
Lower the
turkey.
power and cook it for a longer time, and it won't burn up and boil and get hard and whatever. Right?
Yep.
Nobody in that room, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 people that we work with, no one except for me had ever used the power level button on their microwave.
Yeah. There's a learning curve in there. We all had to figure out how do you do it? And then you realize you have to put it in longer because you're reducing the power level, but it's a more evenly warmed up meal, and like bread and stuff like that doesn't get soggy. And when you get to the middle, it's not cold. You know, it's hot on the outside, but cold in the middle.
Nope, now you can do it where it's all perfect. Just lower the level, people, and cook it a little longer. You'll learn.
Yep.
I'm sure by now, Davin, you probably have it down now.
Yeah. Oh, I did my Thanksgiving dinner lunch today. 'Cause I had my family over for actual Thanksgiving since I'm going out of town. So I was going to do prime rib, and $14.99 a pound. Yep, not happening. So
No.
I bought a
Turkey's way cheaper.
22-pound turkey I got for 98 cents a pound. And I made a Hawaiian turkey. Well, reheating turkey. So I've got the mashed potatoes, I've got the stuffing, I got the turkey bits on top, and then I smothered it in gravy.
Okay.
2 minutes and 45 seconds at 70%.
Well done.
Perfect. Nice, warm,
It works because
even temperature.
Yes, science.
That's why it works. Science, everyone.
Try the power button on your microwave. It's a game changer, as Josh would say.
Here's a thing that doesn't make things better, but it explains something to you.
Okay.
Are you ever confused, Davin, about the shiny side versus the dull side of tinfoil?
I've never even thought about it.
But you notice it, right?
Yeah. You want
One side's shiny, one side's dull.
Okay.
I've been confused my whole life about why that would be. It's actually a manufacturing thing, as it turns out.
Okay.
So I always thought that one side was supposed to be the food side and one wasn't, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
It doesn't make a lick of difference, my friend.
Okay, good, because I'm cooking ribs right now in the oven before I throw them on the grill, and I don't know what side I've got up right now. So,
Yeah, the examples given were, unless you're trying to put an egg out in the sun to cook, you don't need the reflective side.
okay.
It's just the manufacturing. Now, so nobody gets all upset, there are kinds of tinfoil that have a non-stick side.
Right.
And they're usually the dull side, but that's clearly marked non-stick, and it's the Reynolds non-stick brand.
Okay.
But for any other aluminum foil, it makes zero difference what side you use.
Okay.
Your life is easier now.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. What do we got?
You know what I've been
Here,
doing? Parchment paper.
hang on a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to look at the time. You were doing what?
Parchment paper makes things better.
I use that all the time while I bake
Yep.
a lot.
You don't have to grease the pan.
Right.
You know, unless you're broiling something, you don't use parchment paper. But other than that, why get your... Half the time, you don't even really have to wash the pan when you're done.
Are you drunk right now?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I'm sure why. Did I slur?
Can you go and look into a mirror and ask yourself if you're drunk? Come back and let me know the answer.
I'm sure.
There sounded like a traditional Davin 4-beer slur. No, that sounds like the songs you sing every day at work.
Play it backwards, Jerry.
You're
Mean something different. Man, something
right. Something different. Parchment paper is awesome. Now everybody's going, who the fuck cares about parchment paper? I want to hear why Davin's drunk.
I'm not, though.
I only use it for baking. I don't see how you'd use it for like cooking a steak or anything. But it's just to be nonstick. Do you have any of those what would they be called? Silicone baking pads?
No, I don't.
Those are good too.
Although
So you can replace. You don't have to use parchment paper if you have those silicone baking sheet thing sticks onto your regular sheets.
Although the other day I realized I've got way too many cutting boards.
Well, you got the one from our sponsor who is who? What was the name of the company?
Oh, now you're catching me off guard. But yeah, that's the
I know
big-
you're going to look really stupid now that they gave you a cutting board.
the bison boards.
Bison boards. You Name It podcast brought to you by one bison board. One for Davin, none for Jerry.
Yes, indeed. But
Glad it was a
every
nice
year I'm in Texas for Texas State Fair, I end up buying a cutting board. And so I've got a shitload of cutting boards for no apparent reason.
What compels you to buy cutting boards in Texas?
Because I'm there for 40-something days, and a lot of times I don't know if I'm going to get a kitchen, and then I get a kitchen, and it's like, oh, I need a cutting board.
Oh, I get it. It's something you actually need. How much are cutting boards? I haven't bought one. I don't think ever.
They're like $9 for the
Oh, okay. Well, that
silicone
makes
ones or
sense. If you're
whatever.
going to be there a month and you need to chop something up, you might as well buy a cutting board.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of buying stuff, Black Friday is coming up.
Yes.
And it appears they're still going to do Black Friday. Like I thought I had heard before that that these companies were going to say, you know what, we don't need to do Black Friday the way we do. We'll do a special online, and then we don't have to have everybody giving each other COVID. But I believe they're still doing the Black Friday shit.
Well, some places are doing it a little different. Like Walmart, I think, is doing Black Friday like the whole month.
Davin,
Yes.
in the past,
Yes.
people have been beaten by other people,
This is
physically
true.
beaten to get into the fucking store to get a chair or whatever
Or a
the
free
fuck it is.
robe.
Right. Do you think that any of the 6-foot distancing rules are going to do anything with these idiots?
No. Here's a TV for $87. Good luck. We only have 25 of them.
Here, punch your neighbor in the teeth for this TV deal. That shit happens every single year. There's mobs of people. So I don't know what their motivation besides pure profit is.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. Black Friday is stupid
Yes, I agree.
because you don't save any money.
No.
None. Because that one item that you're trying to get for half off, The time that you're using, your own time that you're using, is worth more than the other half of that item. Plus, the other shit you end up buying while you're in there is not on sale and probably costs more than any time during the year.
And usually it's like the store opens at 5 a.m. So you're in line at fucking 3 in the goddamn morning to get into a store to get your $87 TV that's made by some manufacturer nobody knows. And then you're probably going to buy the fucking
and
warranty.
Teflon parchment robe.
Yeah.
I need.
And then they sell you the warranty that costs more than the goddamn TV.
Yeah, the useless extended warranty. That all the shit on that TV is covered. Like if you took it home and it didn't work, you can send it to the manufacturer. You can totally do that. Now they've talked you into spending more money so that they can, they'll probably charge you a deductible too when you go in to fix it.
My $85 3-year warranty on my Blu-ray player. Woo, that's paying off.
There'll be some bullshit like this, actually. It would be, my TV, my computer quit working. Well, sorry, sir, we don't cover that because that's not actually a manufacturing default. But what are you guys good for? Oh, we're good for if you fuck it up yourself by, erasing the hard drive on your own, then we can rebuild that. But anything that the regular warranty covers, we don't deal with.
Over $100 because there's a deductible usually. It's
just stupid.
Okay, great. My $700 fridge that I paid $100 extra for this extended warranty, now I got to pay another $100 for, and the fridge is now worth $50.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, I got another story for everybody.
Okay, I'm ready for it, Jerry.
It's not the tin foil. Some jackass sent me a link the other day in my text. Oh, that's right. That was you.
It was me.
But it is kind of funny because let me see if I can set this up the right way. You know those people that they're called porch pirates?
Yep.
They just go around and they see packages on the porch and then they take them. I hope this isn't a story that's been out for a while and we're just dumb. I find it to be hilarious. So... someone had shit stolen from their porch, so they do what other people do, and they post a picture from their webcam thing.
Yep.
Or their doorbell
Ring
cam,
doorbell,
or whatever it is they're using, of the guy who stole shit from them. So this guy is wearing like a big green North Face shirt, big red North Face in the center of it. So they started the hunt looking for this guy. Well, that guy turned up in the most unexpected place, Davin.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a court appearance he had to do the next day after he stole the shit, and he showed up wearing the goddamn shirt.
Stupid criminals of the day.
Yeah, that guy's a genius. I'm going to go rob everybody. You got to know there's cameras everywhere.
Yep.
But I'm going to wear the shirt to court.
Oh,
God.
have you ever watched that?
Do we even know where that happened, just in case people want to know? Let me see. Let me see if it says. South Carolina.
That makes sense.
How's that make sense, Davin?
Racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
It's actually not racist.
I figured
at all.
it would be Florida.
It's a state. Yeah, usually that shit is Florida. You're right.
Have you ever seen that court cam where they show
court cam?
Yeah, it's like it might be on A&E or something like that, but it's like a real live court camera, replays of court camera videos and things that went wrong, people charging judges and beating people up. And there was one where the guy was in it on cocaine possession.
Yeah.
And he's next in line to talk to the judge, and he happens to drop a bag of cocaine out of his sweatshirt.
Out of his sweatshirt.
And it's all caught on camera. Like, okay, you're going in for a court case for cocaine and you bring cocaine with you.
I don't get it. I don't get these people. Some shit is just, do you need cocaine that much? And it's like, was it like powdered cocaine?
That was like a crack rock or something like that.
Yeah, well, where are you going to smoke that in the courtroom?
Well, he figured he might, if he got convicted, maybe he had to go in and he'd shove it up his butt or something. I don't know. I don't know what these people think.
He had some of these people. No idea what these people think. He's a garbage man. He has no feelings.
That was my theory last week.
We were sitting outside last week. I think we were talking about how full the dumpster was at work.
Yep. Way overflow.
And whether or not this guy would be mad about the guy who has to come and pick it up would be mad that it was full. Was that what the thing was?
That was the whole...
Davin goes, he doesn't have any feelings. He's a garbage man. What the fuck does that mean? Well, he found out shortly that man had a lot of feelings.
Oh, and he voiced them very loudly.
He did. Speaking of work, the guys at work wanted us to talk about the new addition to our work environment. You may know these as Porta Johns.
Okay, so wait. 2020.
Yeah.
Let's recap, people.
Let's recap.
We've had murder hornets. We've had
Yep.
fucking nightmarish presidential election. We've had wildfires taking over most of California. We have had so many hurricanes that we're now on the Greek fucking alphabet because evidently they got rid of names. They ran out of fucking names for hurricanes. We got COVID and all these shutdowns and lockdowns, and now what do we get? Porta Johns outside. We get to shit outside in the winter in Michigan.
That's always a nice visual. I think a lot of people around the country right now are saying, well, I don't know why anybody wouldn't be shitting on Michigan.
But outside in a fucking Porta... I haven't...
Yeah, and why don't you get the ones that at least are not just a green plastic box that's a summer festival version?
Does that blue shit freeze? Because are we going to be shitting on fucking an ice pond of blue?
I don't know what that shit is. I have no idea about that. I'm not looking forward to
I've never shit in my winter coat before, wearing my winter coat. I'm going to experience that this year.
Hey, I was just thinking, I've never taken a shit wearing a winter jacket before. Well, you will be now, Davin.
Yep.
Come February.
For the next 3 months, we'll be shitting in an outhouse.
Yeah.
Like a raw dog in it like a settler.
Mention that. There's our feelings about that. These people at work, because they found out that we do a show, and they started yelling topics as we were leaving work today.
Talk about the goddamn shitters.
Yeah, talk about the Porta Johns. And somebody else in the back said, talk about communism. I'm like, what? Talk about communism.
Wow, that's interesting. That's like talking about the big tire.
Here, let me pull up some writings from Karl Marx, and we'll discuss those for a few minutes.
This will be interesting for people.
Instead of writings from... What's that?
This will be interesting for people.
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear about communism.
And the big tire.
Instead of learning about communism, what we're going to do is we're going to leave you with a horrible, horrible joke from listener Steve, Captain Steve.
Okay.
He's commenting on, first of all, he said that he still wants to try Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter.
Oh,
he
it's
still wants
nasty.
to try that, even though we didn't like it. But he's talking about the guy who died after falling into the geyser basin.
Mm-hmm.
He says, do you think his name was Stu?
That's a bad dad joke.
That's horrible. Man, I hope the family's not listening. Captain Steve will be just not liked.
Well, we did have a listener, one of our listeners from Utah commented on Jamie shot me a message about the Yingling Porter, and she puts what is that, vodka with peanut butter in it?
Oh, okay. Just a peanut butter flavored vodka, right?
Into her porter to make it taste better. She says, "Don't judge me."
Well, I'm not really going to judge you, Jamie.
But
I am going to say what an obvious thing would be. If you feel that you have to pour peanut butter vodka into anything to make it taste better, that means that thing sucked to start with.
Right. You shouldn't have to add stuff to make it taste better.
No, I can see where you're going.
But
with
it is
because
things that
it'd be
make things
chocolate
better.
and peanut butter and delightful, right?
Right. It is things
But-
that make things better, though, Jerry.
Right, but it doesn't make the Yingling Hershey's taste any better. It's still what it is, and we're just judging it on its own. So I have a strange suspicion that if you add peanut butter vodka to nearly anything, it'll taste good anyway.
Coffee. Ooh, I bet it would be good in coffee.
I bet you're right. Thanks, Jamie. I'm going to try some peanut butter vodka and coffee this weekend.
With this weekend, tomorrow morning. What the hell? We gotta go and fucking green shitters.
I know. You gotta drink in the morning just to work up the nerve to take a shit outside. This is on the street, everybody.
Yeah,
This is on, like, we're downtown. Like, right downtown on the street.
We heard that they were gonna have padlocks and codes to get in to keep the homeless people out. That went away.
No, I hope they lock them at night, though, at least.
I would hope. Toilet paper
All right, what time is
shortage.
it?
There's never going to be toilet paper in those shitters.
Oh, it is time. It's time already, Davin.
Nice.
Yeah, the last thing people remember is there's never going to be any toilet paper in those shitters.
That's true.
Well, we successfully did it again. We got through another episode of You Name It podcast, and we did talk about poop.
Yep.
Seems to be a recurring theme for 181 episodes.
Oh, I just hope the listeners enjoy their Thanksgiving holiday. Like you said, we'll be off, but we will definitely touch base after the holidays.
We'll have all kinds of things to talk about by then, I'm sure. I'm sure something else will happen in 2020.
Exactly.
I don't, Godzilla, maybe that'll happen. That the whole thing.
Who knows? Meteorites.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, that movie, an Amazon movie called Greenland, about a meteor coming to hit the Earth. It's a good one. You should watch it. Gerard Butler's in it. I know nobody cares about him, but he's in there. And it's a good movie.
Okay, we'll have to check that one
There's
out.
your things that might make things better when you're off for Thanksgiving. You can watch something. All right. Next week, we'll finally get around to talking about Ted Nugent. They keep pushing it off every single week. And Davin's Oprah story. All that and more after Thanksgiving.
Papa Wheelie, guys, have a great holiday.